Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic. And I know I just barely did an ABZAN counters deck in Standard, but we got Winding Constrictor back in Historic, and so we've got to do it again. And so I'm really excited to be jumping into this one. Winding Constrictor is basically an upgraded version of Conclave Mentor, which says whenever counters are put onto a creature, you get that many +1 instead. And so they stack pretty interestingly whenever you have multiple of these out in the battlefield. They add to the +1 of the one that was giving it earlier as well. So there's a lot of cool things you can do with Conclave Mentor, Winding Constrictor, and having 8 of these in one deck is really powerful and really exciting. And so we basically have these out there. We have a bunch of different creatures, and I was trying to make sure that I stayed cheap for the historic format, and I was trying to make sure that I had like just some good basic creatures and everything, and didn't want to just build big creatures. You know, I wanted to make sure that we can potentially get trample onto Stonequill Serpent or Belt Collector, and then also kind of use Felidar Retreat as a way to just put counters on everything, as well as keep creating creatures for us as we go along. And so I'm focusing a little bit more on having like Anthem effect counter spells where we can build a little bit wide. We can have quite a few creatures out there where we're trying to get as many of these guys out as possible. And then we play Oath of Ajani, which is like Basri's Ket, but it also adds a little bit of extra effect. So enters the battlefield, but +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Planeswalker spells cost 1 less to cast, which only really matters for Ajani the Great-Hearted, which also puts counters onto everything and gives our creatures vigilance. But that's worth it to play this over Basri Solidarity, I thought. And then we have 1 Unbreakable Formation, puts counters onto everything, gives vigilance, indestructible, everything like that, which is awesome. And you're going to kind of recognize the theme where there's just a lot of putting counters onto things. 1 Basri's Lieutenant, I didn't feel like I could really put in too many more. That's what the biggest issue with this deck, I feel like, is there's so many good cards and creatures and everything for +1/+1 counters that I wasn't sure which way to go with this. And so I think there's a million ways to go with this. You can go down like the energy plan, because Winding Constrictor gives you extra energy. So then you can play, Long Tusk Clubs. You can play Bristling Hydras, things like that, which would be really powerful and awesome in a Winding Constrictor deck as well. Or you can kind of stay completely away from that. And there's a bunch of new like black creatures that got it, but they're like heavy in black, where they're like double black mana and everything like that, so it's a little bit harder. But you can go that way if you want to. You just have to build the mana base a little bit differently. So this is the version that I came up with. I think this will be at least a fun one to do. I like the Swarm Shambler just to be able to let us keep going wide. That's a big part of what we're trying to do. Ozolith is just powerful. Basically, we're trying to get this massive, and then hopefully swinging with the Stonequill Serpent or Belt Collector. Otherwise, we're going wide, putting punch counters onto everything, swinging with a bunch of 8/8s, and that wins games sometimes. So let's go ahead and jump to the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. All right, we're up against Partadude, and got our colors, got some good plays. I like it. I dig. We don't have a Winding Constrictor or Conclave Mentor, but this deck can function without them to an extent. We definitely want to have the possibility of playing Conclave Mentor on the next turn. We don't get the Winding Constrictor, though, how this is, so whatever. Pass the turn. Dreadhorde Invasion. All right, I'm not going to put this onto 2. I know that we could get in for some damage right away, but we're just going to be stuck behind this for a while. Pass the turn. And we really don't want to have a bunch of, not have any black source out in the battlefield. That's what's Nightmare. All right, Belt Collector goes away. Rude. This is, what is this? Mono black enchantments, maybe? That's our only play. We're going to go ahead and play it instead of doing nothing. Stonequill Serpent, pass the turn. Non-creature cards. So yeah, Felidar Retreat goes away, which is really sad. Myers Grasp. Rude. Go to 16. All right, Basri's Lieutenant. If it dies, we at least get to keep creatures on the board. Exiles the graveyard. Ephemia. All right. So it is just mono black enchantments. Myers Grasp. Now they can swing in. We saw the plus encounter here. I'd rather keep the effect out on the board. Conclave Mentor. We can work with that with Kenrith. So play out Kenrith. It's at least a blocker for us. No attacks. Pass the turn. They're going to start getting life soon. But our boards are going to start getting a lot bigger soon as well. Okay, down to 11. We can also just start gaining life whenever we need to. Oath of ABZAN, not the worst. Do I play that out, or do I try to gain life or just put counters here? This grows the board a lot really quick. Let's do it. A triple block. Yeah, I think they're fine with that. So yeah, pass the turn. Down to 14. Now we're hoping for Winding Constrictor and a Johnny. That'd be really nice. Ephemia swings. Down to 9. I think we're going to hold on to the Fabled Passage for now.
I will teach you humility.
So I can gain some life here. I can put a counter with Kenrith. I don't want a Johnny to die to Ephemia really quick, and I think our life total actually is becoming more important than anything else.
You see the benefits of peace.
Alright, swing in with Lieutenant because that's Vigilance. We're going to try to get him with the Kenrith counter. And the goal is to kill the 5/5. Yeah, counter onto creature. Oh, bummer. Yeah. That's rough. Okay, thin the deck here, or save it for Felidar Retreat. I'm going to wait 1 turn. Because it's just so good if it goes off. Bonus scoops it up. There we go. Yeah, if you don't have an answer for the Kenrith, and they probably have like a bunch of Heartless Acts, which don't do anything against our deck, basically. So, yeah, I like it. Up against Yu-Chan, and I think the issue is that I needed to change out Godless Shrine for the Woodland Cemetery here. Or the different... I need my Shocklands in green. I think that's the biggest like issue I have here with my build right now. Is that I really need to make sure that I have the green source there. Growth Spiral. Alright, so Pelt Collector, Ozolith. Pass the turn. If we find another Pelt Collector, that'd be great here. Growth Spiral. Shocking themselves a lot. This is a Garuda deck, which is a little bit terrifying. And they get it on the next turn. We have Heartless Act, but we can probably use that. Hopefully the next one. Alright. Winding Constrictor. Swing in. Down to 13 past the turn. Another Winding Constrictor off the top would be their best draw. By far. Alright, they don't have the 6th land. Ooh. That's good. With 3 Growth Spirals, they've missed their 6th land. Wow. Alright, we get to hold up Heartless Act. That's nice. Okay, Oath of ABZAN. Get in for as much damage as possible. They've been swinging really aggressively. Yeah, Chumps. That's cool. Down to 8. Pass turn. Did they find the 6th land? Yes, they did. Down to shocking themselves. Alright, Garuda. We just need to be able to smash through. Toss a Deep Dwelling. Yep. So now we actually Heartless Act Garuda before they can blink it, and that's game over. Yep, nothing to target. Game over. Booyah. That's good. That's the biggest issue with Garuda, is that there's so many weaknesses with the combo. It's a fun combo. It's awesome when it goes off, but like it doesn't finish on the same turn. There's so many downsides of it, but it's cool. All right, up against Silver Corax, and man, I really want to have untapped lands. All right, keep this. I put in Fabled Passage because we have the Felidar Retreat, so yeah, it's good to have. But we also have some issues along the way as well, obviously. Fabled Passage, pass the turn. Okay, grab the forest. Swamp. Play out Pelt Collector. Godless Shrine tapped. Pass the turn. Real possibility. Alright, this is a Spells Matters deck. How many counter spells would they have? Well, we'll play out the Swamp. Let's play Winding Constrictor. Okay, Shock Spell Collector. Rude. And the Bolt. Sweet. Crackling Drake. Alright, well, we get the Felidar Retreat with 2 triggers next turn, so this is pretty nice. Let's go... We only have 1 green source. Oh, this deck is running so awkwardly right now. Alright. Down to 16. Pelt Collector's not the worst either. Alright, Felidar Retreat. We could do some other fun stuff here. I'd rather just get this out just to start going with it. Get a cat. I believe, yeah, so we get 2 counters onto this. So let's see if they block. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do it now. It could be nice to wait until the next turn. Might have a chance of actually like winning that way. Okay, counters onto everything. Hit in for 4. Play Pelt Collector. Pass the turn. Rash Taunter. Oh no. Opt. Alright. So they get to swing for 8. We're dead in 2 turns, which is not good. We're dead. Yeah. We don't really have any protection unless it's a snake. No, not a snake. How much damage can we get in for, though, is the question. Rash Taunter blocks something and survives. Yeah, we just have to hope that this goes okay. Having a land here would be amazing. Yeah, so we're dead. If they block the Pelt Collector, then we win. But if without that, then we do a bunch of damage and then we're game. So yeah, good game. Ouchies. Bam. Alright, well that was at least a fun game. Dying to our own creatures attacking it. And so this deck can definitely be explosive. If we had found our second green source earlier on in that game, I think we would have had a really good chance of winning a turn earlier, which would have been nice. Oh man, this is such a slow hand. We have a turn 3 Winding Constrictor, but we're also on the draw. Which if we find an untapped green source, this would be decent. A dual land would be the best. So we do have a game plan though. We can play Pelt Collector, we can play Winding Constrictor out, we can have Scavenging Ooze, whatever. And so we do have things that we can do. So I guess we keep and hope that we're gonna find a third land. That's not a land. All right, yeah, we need green source over the black source, so play this out, pass the turn. Cauldron Familiar. Yeah-oh. Grab a forest. Another familiar. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Alright, Castle Lockwood. Pass the turn. Man, bad mana. You always just hope that you're going to run into some good mana along the way. And I probably should just mulligan instead for it. Still not finding anything. Alright. That's cool. Okay, goes up to a 3/3. Pass the turn. These Stone Cold Serpents come in each as 3/3s as well. Hopefully we can find a white source so we can just play this and then one of those. That'd be good. Alright, Mayhem Devil. It's a Winding Constrictor. What else do they have to sack here? Oh, I guess they have Woe Strider. Right. Witch's Oven, okay. Cauldron Familiar, alright, yeah, so I think that we're just way too far behind on this one to have a shot. Up against a Ton Line, and man, these tapped lands are really getting annoying. We'll keep this though. It ain't the worst. And we definitely need like more green sources. Maybe I need to change up the mana base. We have a ton of green mana, more green mana than anything else in this deck. I just don't feel like we've been running into it very well. We've had some poor running. Belt Collector. Oh, there's green source. I like that. Do I Heartless Act this now and get both these out, maybe with like something else as well? Yeah, let's do that. Burning Tree Emissary. Alright, yeah, we're just going to Heartless Act. Belt Collector. So yeah, up against a Gruul aggro deck, we need to try to go mid-range. So just try to get creatures up to like 4 or 5. Ooh, man. Oh, that's bad. Well, we got some 1/1s. Woohoo! Oh, crap. Oh, that would be nice. Finding one of our pelt collect, like one of our whiny constrictors or whatnot. That'd be nice. Can we take it for a turn? If things go very right, we have a really good turn on this next one. They didn't have Embercleave. That's nice. Voltaic Brawler. Dude, Voltaic Brawler is such a good card. I feel like it was one of the most underrated cards in the past. And what do we do about that? That's the turn. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. If only we could draw stuff from our deck, you know, the things that I put in there. That'd be nice. Yeah, it gets the Hash Up Oasis onto Voltaic Brawler, and we can't block enough to stop that then. At least not within the next 2 turns. We don't have a board wipe. Don't have our colors. Got a mulligan. Alright, that's keepable. Drop the Ajani. I like this. About Triumph, pass turn. Soul Scar Mage. Alright, play out the Stone Cold Serpent. If it dies, we get to at least play out Scavenging Ooze and immediately put a counter onto it. Yeah, very likely that it did die there. That's cool. Out of the stage. Just lands. Okay, Scavenging Ooze. Pass turn. Okay, yeah, this straight up mono red aggro. Very powerful in this format. Getting Chandra back is just disgusting. The 4 mana. Yeah, we need to gain life anyway, so it's gonna die. That's fine. Just gain some life. Okay, down to 16. Oh, and we drew nothing. That's nice. Well, there's a Pelt Collector. You know, if we find like a Kenrith here. Nope, nope, can't gain life anymore. Down to 15. Our life total still is at least semi-high. Skewer the critics. Really? Not going to throw damage to face. Intriguing. There's Philadar Retreat. Create a 2/2. Doesn't attack. Fires up to light up the stage. Man, Rampaging Ferocidon with Philadar Retreat is not good. Especially because we can't gain life. Okay, create a beast. Yeah. Take more damages. Counters on. All right, we have them up to 4/4s. That should be hard for them to get through, at least. Plays another Rampage and Frostodon. Any creature entering the battlefield deals 2 damage to us now. Same for them as well, though. Jingotha to hand, I'm assuming. Lightning Strike to face. Okay. 2 damage per creature. We also have to start doing something here, right? Because they have another 3/3 here. Alright, we'll create 1 creature. Swing in for 4. The hard part is that both of these have Menace, which makes it a little bit difficult to actually block and not die here. Down to 14. Yeah, that might have been too greedy. I don't know how we come back from this, though. Yeah, they go attacking. They don't attack. Oh, that was definitely their chance. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't do it. They had lethal. With the Wizard's Lightning and the Ramunap Runes, they had me for sure. Intriguing. Okay, pass to my turn. To Johnny. Alright, I think we can create a lethal situation here. So they have to at least block something. Okay, play a Johnny. Dude, not be able to gain life is rough. Do we go down to 3 here to create an extra creature? Because we have to block the Rampaging Frostodon, right? Oh, this is ugly. Alright. We create a cat. As sad as it is, that's the best play. We can't attack this time. Pass the turn. Oh, they have lethal. I forgot the Ramunap Ruins with Soulscar Mage here kills us. So they swing all in. We have to block 2 creatures. I forgot about Ramunap Ruins, even though I just talked about it last turn. See if they see it. They missed it the last couple times. Alright, they got it. Yep. Oh, man. Maybe I could have, like, swung in aggressively to try to get it, but... That's a tough matchup. Up against Satsukeko, and keep this. Ooh, maybe. I was thinking this was something else. I saw Scavenging Ooze there. Maybe I shouldn't snap keep. Maybe I should actually like look at my cards and read them one of these days. I know everyone in the comments is saying that. But you know what? Yeah, okay. Alright, play out Pelt Collector. So we have a 14-15% chance of finding a Conclave Mentor or a Whining Constrictor. Not the greatest, but not the worst either. Alright, Ozolith. If we can get to the Horn Beetle with Felidar Retreat, that is like the dream. That's the one reason I had to throw this in there is because with Felidar Retreat, you get to create so many tokens, so many creatures, and just kind of keep going off over and over again. It's cool. Alright, Village Rites with the swing. Yeah, rude. That's cool. We only have 1 Bozri's Lieutenant, 1 Horn Beetle, 1 Kenrith, 3 Felidar Retreats, and like everything else costs 3 mana or less, basically, except like the Ajani that we have 2 of. And we have this hand right now, which is that's cool. That's cool. All right, what do we drop? We can bring stuff back with Kenrith, so I think I'm going to go for the Horn Beetle. Yeah, it's awesome with Felidar Retreat, but if we can't get to it, then we don't do that. All right, that's a thing we can play. All right, has a Fatal Push. We get 3 counters onto Ozolith. That's kind of what we're hoping for here as well. Ozolith getting big is good. That's nice. Lurrus to hand. Fable Passage. They get the red source. Dude. What is up with not finding... Dude, this deck has just been running so clunkily today. Clunkily. Thoughtseize, yeah, we have plenty of good things. Probably takes Philidor Retreat or Bozier's Lieutenant. Philidor Retreat is probably harder for them to actually deal with, since it creates constant stuff, and they probably have removal. And there's Aluris. A protection from multicolor can be pretty nice here, though. Alright, they do have Kroxa coming back on the next turn. Alright, Pel Collector, counters. You know, -1 counters also go onto this, and we can put the -1 counters onto creature stuff. I just realized that that is a thing that we can do. I think we need to start playing some -1 counters with the Ozolith. That sounds really fun. Alright, Kroxa. Alright, the only thing we can play here... I guess we drop Kenrith. Sure. Protection from multicolored will be really nice against this. Alright, we got it. Bozier's Lieutenant. Counter here. No attacks. Pass the turn. We're going to drop the Oath of Ajani. We're going to start taking some damage from Kroxa. That's... I mean, it's not great, but that's alright. No removals. Okay, Stitcher Supplier. Fills the graveyard. Dreadhorde Arcanist comes out. Or probably just another Stitcher Supplier. Okay. Okay, we have now a 17% chance of finding a Winding Constrictor. Or what's its bucket? Not that it would do anything here, but we have those chances. Doesn't swing. Interesting. Well, if we keep this in hand, it doesn't do anything for us anyway. So, crack it. They have Fabled Push for their Pelt Collector. I guess I should have left it there, but... Alright, grab Green Source. I guess we actually swing with Bozier's Lieutenant, right? Neither of these can block. Okay, they block with Stitcher Supplier. That makes sense. Alright, 2 triggers from Kroxa is really annoying. Dealing 6 each turn. Ah, rude. All right, that was annoying. That was awful. Claim the Firstborn with the Village Rites, with everything. I just don't understand why they're not swinging it with the Kroxa. If they knew that they had good plays anyway. Like, you at least want to get the trigger, right? We were swinging in with them anyway. Oh, that was rough. All right, we had some really poor running with this deck. And I don't think it's totally like the deck building fault. I think it's just really bad luck. The biggest issue here was that I needed to switch out my Shockland to be all in green because we only have green sources on 1-drop, and we just didn't have enough of them to get there with it. And so that was probably the biggest issue of the deck, mana base wise, and we were a turn behind every single time because of it. But we also just were running really funky. Like, we never found Temple Gardens in like 7 games. You know, we never found our basic forest like 1 time out of 7 games. And so that's just sad, but I definitely could have fixed it to make it a little bit better. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.